Alright, what is up everybody? So one of the most anticipated Roblox tower defense games, Anime Defenders, is scheduled to release in a few hours. But thanks to you guys, I was able to get early access a while ago, and I was able to play the game a day before it released. So in this video, I want to give you guys the rundown of pretty much all the content in the game right now, how I feel about it, and if I think it's worth playing or not. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's start off by going over the content in the game. So this is what the spawn looks like, the lobby area. We've got trading, we've got challenges, we've got the play area, summon, leaderboards, AFK area, and then raids. So this entire lobby, you can see we've got raids are not out yet, the AFK zone for farming gems apparently, I'll get more into that later though. And then we've got the leaderboards here, this is all just kind of content creators and early access players, I'm not very high on any of them. And then we've got the summon area here, which is probably my least favorite spot on the map, I know that's crazy. By the way, there are boost pads as well, which if you step on these arrows you go fast. But the summon area, why I hate it so much is, if we take a look at the rates here, the banner changes every hour, and we've got the mythic here, we've got the legendary here. You may notice the pity is 400. 400, okay? The chance of getting a mythic is 0.25. Now, none of these other chances are that bad, I don't know what the secret is, but legendary, epic, rare, not so bad. The mythic is 0.25, with a 400 pity. Now, if we go to the trait rerolls here, the rarest trait that you can get is a 0.1. So the rarest trait in the game, which is going to give it triple damage, 15% SPA, 10% range, that is going to be about like half the chance of a mythic, okay? A little bit less, but pretty much half the chance of a mythic. So the mythic is very rare, right? Almost as rare as the rarest trait in the game. And by the way, the reroll system, these are all the chances for the traits and stuff, and it costs 3 of these reroll shards every time you want to reroll your trait. So if I were to reroll on like, let me just reroll on the beast here. Costs 2 on epics, and then if you're gonna do like legendary or above, so reroll on Admiral of Light, this is gonna cost you 3, right? And most units you want to use are probably gonna be legendary. So the trait reroll system is pretty expensive. But yeah, the rates are pretty bad, but if you do manage to get a mythic, you can also evolve it, so I don't have any. But if you were to evolve one, you'd have to probably craft the item using things like star rifts that you get from these challenges, and then a lot of gold. So this is actually a good amount of gold, because legendaries from the banner only sell for 1,000, and it's pretty hard to get legendaries because it's a 50 pity, and I'll talk more about the gem economy later, but it's pretty bad. Like, the amount of gems you get is pretty horrible. But yeah, you can evolve mythics if you manage to get one. Next there's the play area. So the play area has 3 maps total. They do have another one planned, I think it's like a Dragon Ball map. But for now we've got 3 maps. So one thing I do want to touch on for the story mode is if you're going to clear this, a lot of games you'll get more for clearing it in hard difficulty, right? To give you like a reward for challenging yourself. This is not the case for Anime Defenders. Do not do this, okay, when you're starting out, because it is significantly harder for new players. The only difference is that you'll get more for the first time clearing it, so if you already cleared normal, then you'll want to clear hard, but otherwise you get the same, I think 190 for clearing the stage for the first time. You get, I think, 80 bonus for the first time clear, and then 110 for clearing it. So there's no like extra for clearing hard, unless it's your first time doing it, which is kind of sad, kind of hurts, man. It's not very rewarding, is what I feel about right now with this game. But moving on to the next content, we've got challenges. So these change every hour, I believe, as well. And there are 3 that you can do. So I've already done all 3. You can see that this one gives 30 gems, 2 trait crystals, and 2 food. Honestly, not too bad. I like the rewards that it gives trait crystals. And we've got Frostbind, Risky Dice, Gems, and Energy Crystal. Something I actually forgot to touch on, the Frostbind and Risky Dice. I'll go on to that now. I missed that spot. Rank rerolls. These are pretty much the stats on your units. Okay, so if I were to reroll on, let's say, Goku, it's probably my favorite unit right now, but he's got some pretty caca traits, right? Or pretty caca stats. So if we're going to reroll on him, I've got 3 dice here. Boom. Let's say I really wanted to keep this F. No, I don't want to do that to myself. Let's say I really want to keep this damage, right? I'd use a Frostbind to freeze that, and then reroll the other 2. Which, hey, I'm not gonna be too upset about that. I got an A+, okay? That's fine. But yeah, that's how the stat reroll system works. Obviously, you get those from challenges, and also quests, okay? Quests are an important part of this game, because you can see you get a good amount of rewards. Now, for infinites, you only get 100, and it's for clearing 15 waves. You do get rewards from infinites themselves, like every 15 waves you get some items pop up on screen. I don't know if I have footage for that, but you can get like trade rules and stuff. So, yeah, these are the quests, and one thing I want to talk about with these quests is you can see 2,000 gems, right? This is a considerable amount, and like I said earlier, you can get like 200 gems per stage if it's your first time clearing it. So the gems you get are, it's pretty slow getting them, and 500 is 110 pole, and you're gonna need 400 for a guaranteed mythic. So that quest, the weekly, is like a considerable amount, right? 2,000, but it's time gated, okay? You need to log into the game 6 times, like 6 different days, I'm guessing, and then you can get that done and get your 2,000 gems. Every other quest you can probably do in one day if you're grinding it, but yeah, this is time gated to get 2,000 gems, which is really annoying. And I do want to talk about the gem system in this game right now. Feels like it is time gated, right? You kind of have to wait for those quests, or you can spend money, but even spending money is just not worth it, because if you were to buy 10 bucks of Robux here, you would get less than 20 spins. Think about that. You're spending $10, 10 real life dollars to, I'm keeping my Robux for a giveaway, but if you were to spend 10 real life dollars on Robux, right, you would get less than 20 spins. I think that's awful for a 400 pity system. I think the whole gem system needs reworked right now. But the content of the game, these 3 story modes, they are actually very nice. Let me go and load into one to talk about the game itself. We did go over pretty much everything in the lobby, I think. Challenges, play. One thing I didn't talk about yet is the AFK zone. This, do not go in here, okay? Even if you're gonna leave this overnight, you'd probably want to like tiny task a stage or something. I'll probably be making tutorials if I keep playing. But the gems you get, right, you need 500 to do a 10 pull. If you don't have premium or VIP, you will get 2 every minute and a half. You'll get 2 gems in that AFK thing for a minute and a half of your time. So don't go in there. I'm not going in there, okay? But let's go into an actual map so I can show you guys that this game does have some positives, right? I know I'm kind of just hating on the game right now because it really does not feel rewarding to play. But let's go into a stage and I'll show you guys kind of some things that I like about the game. Okay, so I went into an Infinite for Cursed Academy, my favorite map out of the 3 that are out right now. And you can see very nice map design. I really like the graphics of this game. Very vibrant, very colorful. There are no like lighting issues or anything. It might look a little weird on max graphics, there are extra shadows, but looks very nice, right? So I keep my game on 7 for pretty much every game, but very nice map, right? Very beautiful, very nice traversal. You can dash with Q. If you're wondering how I was doing that in the lobby, it's Q. You can also double jump if you just press space twice. So I actually do like a lot about this game, how they've done like the UI as well. If we take a look at a unit here, they've got some nice effects on them. And then the UI is kind of like a vertical, like a portrait landscape kind of thing, or portrait layout kind of thing, compared to the usual sideways landscape. You know what I'm talking about? Hamburger, hot dog type of deal, right? We got a vertical box here showing all the stats. And I like the effects on the units. I like the UI, how it shows what they're going to get upgraded. I don't like how it shows green for something that's not going to change, though. But let's go and upgrade this unit here. This one of my favorites is Clay, right? So he becomes a multi-hit, freeze, and pretty huge AoE for this game. The AoE sizes are pretty small on a lot of the units. I don't know about the mythics because I don't have them, but like take a look at my Max Chi Master's AoE. It only hits like 1 or 2 enemies, right? So I think that this is a pretty nice AoE for this unit. I really like Clay. I'd recommend getting them if you're new. Yeah, look at the effects on this. It's pretty nice, man. I like how they also have the freeze effect already. See the enemies getting frozen, they walk slower. And then we've got the effects for my Max Chi Master. You can see pretty nice, right? Now I don't have any of the farms. I haven't been lucky enough to get the farms on the banner, but there are a couple farm units on this game. I think it is the pink-haired guitar girl. Her name is Bochi, I think, and there's, I think Bulma is also in the game, or Bulmi. I don't know what her name is. Played too much Anime Adventures, but yeah, I like the map. I really like the map of this game. I like the UI as well. Pretty much just everything. Looks really clean. So yeah, I know I was kind of hating in the lobby earlier, but this game is pretty nice. And for anybody wondering, there are hill units. I do have one of them right here, Admiral of Light. So he's a hill unit. He's pretty cool. I haven't ran into any flying enemies though. I don't think they're out yet. I don't think there are any flying enemies. So no point bringing a hill unit, but pretty cool. They're also full AoE units. Let me go and upgrade this guy. So you can see the beasts here. Take a look at this when I upgrade him to his new attack. Has a full AoE attack here. There's this little like shout thing, this little roar, and he hits everyone in his range. So pretty cool. They do have full AoE as well. I'm gonna go and get to wave 15 and then hop back out. Okay, back in the lobby. I did another 10 pull, but I didn't have my mic on, so I guess I'll show what the summon animation looks like. But yeah, what I was talking about with the game, very nice. I think it's a very well made, well designed like UI and just overall, I don't know, very nice to look at. Right, it's like refreshing. It's unique, okay, and I like it. But do I think it's worth playing right now compared to other games? No, no. There are other games that have had more time to kind of polish their games, get more updates pushed out. For example, Anime Last Stand, Anime World Tower Defense is kind of falling off, but still there. All Star Tower Defense, Anime Fantasy is doing pretty okay. Anime Crossover, right? There are like other options right now. Anime Vanguard obviously is dropping soon, probably, and I think that this game is probably not worth your time just because of how grindy it is for the average player. I do think it's a beautiful game, well made, and I'm excited for the future of it, but at the moment, it is very, very, very unrewarding to somebody who doesn't want to spend 10 hours grinding. Because honestly, I've played this for like 6-8 hours and I've gotten 130 out of 400 spins. That means you'd have to play for multiple days before getting your first mythic, and that to me is crazy. I don't think that is very fun to the average person who's going to join up and just kind of try out the new units and stuff. Real quick, I forgot to talk about one of the probably most important features in this game on release. They have guilds already, okay? You can make a guild for 25,000 gold, pretty expensive for new players, but eventually you can probably get it. You have to be invited to one to join it, so there's no like browsing thing or anything. You have to be invited personally to join a guild, and there are leaderboards for them as well, so you can see there are a bunch of guilds right now, and only some of them have really gotten these leaderboard requirements, but there's one for damage, there's one for gold, and then there's one for XP. So we've got guilds here. Shout out to the people in these guilds, I guess. But yeah, that's what the guild system looks like. Oh yeah, and don't worry about any copyright strikes because all of the units, as you've probably noticed, are definitely different from their anime counterparts, you know? But yeah, so don't worry about another Anime Adventures situation. That will not happen with Anime Defenders. So play it if you want, but personally, I do not recommend it. And that's pretty much it for the video. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next one, and have a great day. See ya.